Hello guys, Sir Grindelot here. I decided to face my fears and accept the ultimate challenge, which is to clear the S endgame mode manually rather than on autoplay. The reason is that I tried a couple of times to clear it on autoplay while I was doing other more productive things around the house, but every time that I went back to the computer to see how things were going, I ended up missing max points. So I decided to do it manually, trying to ignore game mechanics as much as possible, although in this game mode it's not particularly possible. And in the beginning I was even thinking about not uploading the video at all, because this game mode is so dull that every now and then it makes me think, is it really worth it to go through it for the reward, for those sweet jades? It usually is, because it's doable on autoplay, but probably due to a selection of characters that I have built, I don't know why, but on autoplay this was rather undoable for me. I could have gone for, you know, the option of putting some extra thought into it, being more meta, and optimizing teams to see if I could do it on autoplay, but again, there are way more productive things to do. Like even laying down on the couch 10 minutes to have a power nap would have been much better than that. And after recording the video and realizing how long it was, I even thought about just deleting it and not uploading anything. Because this game mode is just between 10 and 15 minutes of repeating the same exact pattern over and over again. But I thought that if I had to go through it, then so do you. Because one of these days I will hide a giveaway halfway through a long video, and if you don't watch all of my videos, then you're absolutely doomed. Oh my god, left at 2%. So I could not even use the ultimate here. This part triggered me. This part really triggered me a lot. I was really with my finger on the button number 1, and I had to waste some extra time. But it's really dull, because it always follows the same pattern. Like this S game mode, it's always, there is a big dude in the center, or gal, and some smaller things to the side. You need to destroy the things to the side, and then you can properly deal damage to the big dude or gal in the center. It's always exactly the same. There is no variation. It feels like a reskin of the previous rotation, which in itself felt like a reskin of a previous rotation. And they even waste the time in doing it, because they change the game mechanics of some of the enemies that are already in the game in order to be able to fit them in the S. And it's such a waste of time for me. Like, I wish they removed this game mode. I really wish we just had Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. I like those two game modes. This one is so dull. It's so unbelievably dull. Part of it definitely comes from the fact that more often than not it relies on breaking the weakness of the small things, so that then it gets applied to the big dude in the center, and then you can kill the big dude. But regardless of that, the repetitiveness of it is what really makes me not look forward to any S refresh during a patch cycle. There could be many ways to make it more interesting, or to create a completely new endgame mode that is not this. But we're stuck to it. I mean, we need to get those free jades one way or the other, so that we can pull for characters that we want. So every single patch I push myself into clearing this slop. As I was saying earlier, usually on autoplay it's doable. And this cycle, for whatever reason, it was not for me. Disclaimer, I did not even read the battle modifiers, the special rules. Like, I dislike this to the point that I just throw my best build characters there on autoplay, hoping that it will be good enough. It usually is. It usually is. A lot of people have been complaining about the hit point bloat in Memory of Chaos, which is true to a certain extent, but characters now also deals 20 times more damage than when we were doing in 1.0, so it's not like, oh no, enemies are getting stronger, we are doomed. It's more like, yeah, enemies are getting stronger because they need to keep up with the characters that are being released patch after patch. And yeah, I know, you are really going to type, oh, Sir Grindel of the power creep. It's a gacha game. It's a gacha game. Gacha games are all like that. And there is no way around it either. Because, well, first of all, they are single player games. Then they're not competitive. And in addition to that, they are gacha games, meaning that they need to release new and exciting characters so that we are interested in pulling for them. And it cannot be just for the design. People want more powerful characters that do more interesting things, not just... yeah, this character that was released today is as powerful as one that was released in 1992, but yeah, the color of the wings is more interesting, so I'm going to pull for that one and swipe. No, MiHoYo would have already gone bankrupt long ago, and so would have done the same with the other gacha companies. Power creep is part and parcel of gacha games, and successful games tend to do it in a way that is reasonable over the course of time. Apart from that, people have been complaining a lot about the last Memory of Chaos cycle on day one. They say, oh no, it's impossible, this is power creep, oh no, the free-to-play are doomed. MiHoYo is a greedy company. And then within 24 hours there were people doing showcases or with 4-star characters clearing it with full points. And I cannot do it because I don't build the 4-star characters, apart from those that I like a lot, like Shuei, Serval, and a handful of others, but I don't build characters with showcases in mind. Like, I have no interest in having characters that allow me to do a free-to-play showcase or a 4-star showcase. I tend to play characters that I like. Sometimes they're S, sometimes they're busted, but in general I'm very limited to the characters that I have available. And I do not have a Rappa, which is a huge bummer against the monkey brain rot enemies. But the Rappa patch really scarred me. The monkey brain rot was awful. Absolutely awful. I will never forgive MiHoYo for that, because the Rappa and Boothill backstory was actually pretty neat. It was pretty well done. Then some moron in MiHoYo decided to add the monkey brain rot for the lulz and kinda spoiled the whole thing. It was really annoying. Really, really annoying. And this enemy is absolute S to face. You could be thinking, Kafka is not exactly ideal for this game. Maybe, I don't know. I have like 3 characters that are properly built in the game. Acheron, Kafka and Zili. I could add Jade to that. My Jade build is very good. And my Tribi build is the worst thing. I don't even know if on Sillyland they have a leaderboard for Tribi. My Tribi would be at the bottom. I shared a screenshot today on Discord that hopefully future Sir Grindelot, while editing the video, will remember to add here on screen. That I've been farming the 4-piece domain cavern of the Poet set, which is both for Tribi and Castorize. I have 6 or 7, I believe 6, defense boots with double crit on them. And I have 0 HP boots with double crit on them. And I've also leveled up the HP boots with 1 crit stat, hoping to get the second one. No, not a single one. But defense percentage boots, 6 with double crit substat, plus those with a single crit substat that I deleted. I cannot believe what the domain cavern of simulation is doing to me. It feels like it's actively mocking me. It's unbelievable. I may end up having to just dump the resin, the dice, you know, all the crafting materials to get hit point boots with double crit, and maybe the same for the orbitals. But you know, we just started farming them because the patch was released not long ago. But man, it's so annoying. When I checked and I saw the defense percentage boots, I was omega triggered. Tribi in general, she feels okay. She doesn't feel amazing either. I had higher expectation. It may be caused by 2 facts. One is I'm missing her Lightcon. I got her dance. I gave her dance, dance, dance. Her light con. I don't want to spend jades on it until we get Castorized. And her build in terms of relics is S. I've tried her both with the wind set, higher speed, and with the poet set, lower speed. In general, I like how she plays. She's a fun character. She spams her ultimate, her special follow-up attack, her team-wide buff, the aura buff, is pretty good. In general, she feels really unnecessary, especially if you have other Harmony characters. I'm sure she will be great with Castorized, which is the main reason why I got her. One was to have her with Argenti, because to me she looks like Argenti's daughter. And one was for Castorized, and I also wanted to try her in the team that you see here on screen, but in place of Ron May. The problem is my Ron May is Eidolon 2. And so, you know, her first two Eidolons are pretty busted. The first one in particular is a defense ignore, and if I remember correctly, Eidolon 2 is extra attack after you break the enemy. So not particularly relevant to how I play the game, because I tend to ignore break effect. But still, it's pretty good from time to time. And Trib in this team was really good. She performed extremely well. She feels very unnecessary. I do not have the Herta, the 5-star Herta, so I cannot even say how she performs in the team, but you know, she's designed to be the support for Herta and Castorized, so I'm sure she works great and will work great in those two teams. But for the time being, she feels a little bit underwhelming. The good news is I got her Eidolon 1 in 9 single pulls. Well, no, wait, it's not 9 single pulls Eidolon 1 Tribby. It was soft PT for Tribby, and then I did a few single pulls for the Lulz, and on single pull number 9 I got her Eidolon 1. Which is nice, but nah. Let's say that if I lost the 50-50 to Himeko and had a guaranteed for Castorized, I would have been happier. But, you know, it is what it is. We cannot always get Himeko. I spent the last 2 months just getting Jeopards and Jeopard's light cones endlessly. He's definitely at Eidolon 6. I don't remember how many copies of your light cone I have. I think he's at Eidolon 6 as 4. Something along those lines. Yeah, Omega Trigger. But, you know, eventually, if the leaks are true, we're going to get a way to select characters. I'm expecting it to only work on standard banner characters, meaning that I will be picking my Himeko eventually, sometimes, hopefully this year. And we're getting close to the end of the video, actually. Like, I cannot stand this game. I really cannot stand it. How could MiHoYo do this to me? Like, I spent months saying that I hate this game mechanics in particular, and they created a game mode exclusively centered around them and reduced the reward for the other game modes because we're supposed to never have nice things. It's a giga bummer. I know there are some people who love this and think, oh no, I don't like pure fiction, and you know, those people are wrong, just flat out wrong. It's not a matter of personal preference. It's just you cannot personally prefer this thing over any other game mode. You're suffering from Stockholm Syndrome for the Jade. Yeah, we did it. Bye guys, take care.